Good morning, YouTube. I'm here with my cat. You can see him. He'll make a show. That's Spirit. So that's my ragdoll cat. I want to talk to you today about dealing with rejection. What you tolerate, you authorize to stay. What you tolerate, you authorize to stay. Whether it's disrespect, whether it's rejection, whether it's praise, or whether it's obedience. It can be good or bad. What you tolerate, you authorize to stay. So, one time I had someone that I was very fond of, and they were a family member, okay? And I would come and visit them, and they would be like, you know, this was a little girl, okay, and I visit them, and they would be, you know, she's busy on her phone, not paying attention, disrespectful, you know. And sometimes I would travel a good 30-minute drive to go see them, sometimes even further, and I would be like, look, if you're gonna treat me this way, I'm not gonna come around anymore, you know. And the behavior didn't change, and I just left. I'm no longer around that person. Why would you want? God Himself will not force His presence to be around someone who doesn't want Him around. God Himself will not tolerate rejection. So why would you tolerate it? Yeshua, Jesus, he said he would leave. If people asked him to leave, he would leave. There's a scripture in the Bible where Jesus was doing many healings and performing many miracles. Yet in some towns they asked him to leave. I think it was the one where those pigs were cast, the demons were cast into the pigs, and 40 pigs died. They asked him to leave. Why would you stay around somebody who doesn't celebrate your presence? You have to go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. Go where people are happy to see you. Not even God Himself is going to force somebody to change their mind if they don't want to. Leave. You know, before I was in a relationship, I would talk to women on the street, and I'd be like, hey, you know, trying to get to know them and trying to set up a date. And some of them said yes, most of them said no. I never try to change somebody's mind. Don't try to change somebody's mind. If they don't want you, or they don't like you, or they don't accept you, if they don't see God, the glory of God within you, if they don't see the glory of your gifts within you, leave. Don't stay. Why would you tolerate that disrespect? Being in somebody's presence who doesn't honor you. So the people I have in my inner circle, and you should create a circle around you, a circle of people. You have your inner circle, those that are closest to you. Even Jesus had an inner circle. God Himself had an inner circle. You should too. I do. And then you have your outer circle. You have everybody else on the outer circle. These people are not close to you. You're guarded. You have to be guarded. Emotionally, spiritually, financially, physically. You don't just come up and run up on somebody's face, do you? No, unless you know them, then you give them a hug. Then you get to know them a little bit better. So your inner circle should be people that are supportive of your goals, that will ask you about your goals, ask you where are you at with your goals, if you're advancing, if you're moving in the right direction. You're building the person you want to become on a daily basis, habitually, daily, consistently. It all matters. It's all in the details. It's all about the details. So I would just want to encourage you with this short video and just tell you, do not tolerate disrespect. If someone doesn't accept you, or someone doesn't see the greatness of God within you, If someone doesn't see joy, they're not happy to see you, leave that presence. Whether that's a family member, or whether it's a coworker, or whether it's somebody else. Now, when I was working, I was a police officer. I was also a firefighter. Sometimes there was a standard where you would be professional. You know, you didn't have to be personal, but you would be professional in order to get the job done. And that's what you need. You put aside personal differences in order to get the mission done. And there's situations where you can't always leave, but when the situation dictates that you can, leave. Don't tolerate it. Don't tolerate it. It's not good for you. It's not good for you to be around someone who doesn't celebrate you, who rejects you. Anyway, I just want to share that with you. Take care. Thanks for watching. God bless.